Here we go. Welcome to 2023. Here are 11 ways to get organized in your kitchen to help you have a smoother 2023. Here are 11 ways to get organized in the kitchen for 2023. Now you may be thinking, I just want a holiday. I just want to go to the beach. I just don't want to have to deal with this. But there's something really beautiful around this time where it's slow to do these things to set you up so you're not as hectic going into the year when it all kicks off with a bang again. So here are some ideas and 11 things that I'll be doing. You're welcome to join me. Number 1, write down all the meals that you know that you love, even the ones that you're sick of. Write them all down so you have one master list of meals that you can refer to when you get busy next year. I like to stick it on my fridge. I like to put it in my notes section of my phone. There are many ways that you can do this, but just having the list and having an idea of how much you know, and also from that identifying any gaps that you have. Maybe you need more like Friday night, like fake away things. We love to do burger night on Friday night, or we like to do awesome pizza night on Saturday night. So they're 2 options for you. But identifying any gaps that you have, maybe you need more salads, maybe you need more curries, you get the idea. So number 2 is to try and find an easy ingredient swap on your list of meals, the ones that you're sick of. Try and find an easy ingredient swap to make them different. So this could be a lamb curry made into a beef curry. It could be a crispy chicken couscous kind of thing made into a lamb thing. These are very basic, but there's gold in there. So try and find a simple ingredient swap. This could also be, let's say you make a slow cooker bolognese, beef, little bit of broth, tomato, herbs. What happens if you add a tin of coconut milk? Amazing things. What happens if you add cream? Amazing things, and different again. So start thinking that way. What can you do to make these boring meals different? So you don't need to go and learn a whole new recipe or a whole new set of recipes that's going to take extra time. 3, you're gonna love this one. Clean out your pantry. Find things that are off. Make sure that you don't have weevils or kitchen pantry moths in there. Give everything an organize. Figure out what gaps you have. Do you need lots more tin tomatoes? Do you need dried herbs? Do you need spices? Get the food and the ingredients that will make the difference and make going into 2023 and when life gets busy again, find the ingredients that will make that so much easier. Number 4, choose a day to meal plan. Well, choose a day to buy your ingredients. Choose a day to choose it. Number 4, choose a day to meal plan. And choose a day to buy your ingredients and prep those ingredients. So this could all be the one day. It could also be done over 3 days in smaller increments of time. It doesn't matter, but find that space in your calendar. If your calendar is changing, your schedule is changing in the new year, find out now where you can commit to these important tasks that make everything else to do with cooking so much easier. 5, if you're crazy busy, you struggle to get to the shops, can you find a veggie delivery service or a meat delivery service, or can you set up your Woolies app? Or can you organize your groceries from the supermarket to be on as much autopilot as you can. I don't think you can do a subscription with them yet, but just you have the list there, so it's just happening. Number 5, try and find a veggie delivery service. So these services are usually much more fresher. They work closer with the farmers and they get delivered to your door. Like, this is the most amazing thing ever because you don't need to go out. And if that's an issue for you, getting it delivered is amazing. So can you find a service like that for your veggies or your meat? Number 6, can you make a master shopping list in your supermarket app if you use a supermarket? So if I get stuff from a supermarket, it's from Woolies, I can make a list on there that's just, basics. And then everything that I need is in there, and then I can just click reorder, add to cart, and it's done. It's very simple. So can you set up something like that so it's a bit more automated for you and it's a bit easier to just add to cart and get it delivered or go pick it up? Number 7, make a meal plan. So we had our list before of everything that we know how to cook. Can you now add an ingredient swap, and can you make a new meal plan from that? That's a great start. Maybe you could research a meal plan. Maybe you could research recipes that work. Or if you're more into ditching recipes, how can you ditch a recipe? How can you get your cooking templates down pat so it makes it easier in 2023 to just start cooking when things get busy? Number 8, clean out your fridge. Get everything out, wipe down all the shelves. This is basic stuff, but we'll go through it anyway. Is there anything in there that's moldy? Is there anything up the back that's frozen? Do you have random bits of veggies in your veggie drawer? Do you have veggies in there that have been in there for too long and you don't know what to do with them? Do you have just jars of stuff that you're just holding on to and you don't know what to do or how to use them? Do they need to get moved to the freezer? What's going on in there? Let's clean it out. You need to know what's going on in there so you can then use it later. So maybe you could write a list and stick it on your fridge. I have mustard to use. I have strawberry jam. I have plum jam. I have lots of cheese. I have lots of Parmesan cheese rinds. And this one is true for me. I need to use them in a pasta sauce or in like a, base of a slow cooked meal. Number 9, what comes after the fridge? The freezer. Clean it out. Start using those meals that are in there. I know that I have a lot. So this time is usually when I clean out the freezer. We eat a whole bunch of random meals and it's fun. And I try and do this every 3 months, but I think over the Christmas holidays, January period is a good time, especially here in Australia. You're not as hungry, or maybe you've just had a lot of food over Christmas anyway. It's just a good time to clear things out and get reset. Number 10. Allocate a day or two to batch cooking. So this can be sauces, pasta sauce, curry sauces. It can be meats. It could be basic ingredients like quinoa and rice. It can be snacks as well, cookies, cakes, sausage rolls, whatever it is. How can you batch cook now that we've cleaned out that freezer as well? Batch cook as much as you can and fill that freezer so it's ready to go for emergency meals. And number 11 is to work on your skills. So what are you going to work on this year? Are you going to figure out how to preserve? Are you going to try and make your own kimchi or sauerkraut? Are you going to try and make some sourdough bread? Like, what cooking goals do you have for the year? And if you're like, oh my God, I just want to get accountable with my meals, then start with that. I'm not saying you need to go to the next level of cooking, although I do see that in my predictions for this year, but figure out what you want for this year. If you've been really, like, you found 2022 really hard to just get in the rhythm of cooking, how can you make yourself accountable to that? So maybe you could find some recipes online. Maybe you could find someone to follow you. Maybe you need a kitchen coach like me to come in and help you organize yourself. Figure out what it is, but start with a goal that you can work towards and then do it. How's that for a great tip? Find a goal and do it, but actually, like, figure out what it is. So we've assessed our meals that we have. We know what we like. We know what we like. We know what we were excited to cook, and we also know what was really annoying and we're sick of eating. And we've tried to find an ingredient swap for that. But maybe this step could be about, what do I want to do differently in 2023? I want to meal prep more. I really want to get my head around that. I want to get more comfortable with ditching recipes and making that an easier process. PS, Ditch the Recipes is coming up, so you can join that. Maybe you want to find a way to, just get accountable and cook with other people. Maybe you could join a meal prep party or something like that. Maybe it'd be, you can find a friend and you can meal prep together, either together in the kitchen together, or you could also swap meals. So you both cook a bulk of something and then you swap half. So then you have 2 meals instead of just 1, or from cooking 2, if that makes sense. So these are my 11 tips for getting organized in the kitchen for 2023.